Christian leaders, this is Pastor John Richards, and welcome to the Christian Leaders Book Club.
Hey, Christian leaders, I'm Pastor Christopher J. Harris, and I'm your co-host, Christian Leaders Book Club.
All right, what's up, everybody? Happy January.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. This is our first one of 2026, man.
Listen, Pastor Christopher, I know you be streaming all the time, but I don't even know what Soul Care today is.
Huh?
My man got welcome to Soul Care today.
I got the wrong banner up there. Lord have mercy.
When you stream to multiple things and got multiple platforms, you know what I'm saying? That's just how you roll.
Lord have mercy. I'm here though. I'm locked in. I'm locked in, bro. I'm locked in. My apologies for that. But we are here, the Christian Leaders Book Club, man, and it's a brand new year, bro.
Man, 2026. We got 12 books on our list.
Yes, sir.
And we are excited about all of them. Last time we went through our process of picking those books, we were like, man, we got a pretty solid list across the board.
We got a very solid list. We got a very solid list.
So yeah, man, we got some people who have been with us the past 3 years. Man, this is year 3. That's crazy. And then we got some new people joining us now. So yeah, man, we got 12 books, and it's gonna be a fantastic year, I think.
It's going to be an amazing year, and I'm excited, man. There are the books for this year. They're the books for this year, and it's going to be absolutely incredible, absolutely amazing. I'm excited about it. Those of you that are watching on all the different platforms, engage with us. Type in the chat that you're listening in, that you're going to be listening in today, and it's going to be an amazing discussion. But let's Pastor John, this is January, so let's lay out the year, man, where we're headed. And actually, let's do this too, Pastor John, as we walk through the books, just introducing the year. Tell everybody a little bit of our rationale this year for some of the books that we picked. Because last year, really the last couple of years, but in particular last year, we started this process of we picked a book that we said, we don't know if we're going to agree with this or not. So it was an incredible discussion. But we're starting out the year with this bestseller. Everybody's talking about it.
Yeah.
Why? Why did we start with this book?
Well, I mean, obviously, if it's a bestseller and everybody's talking about it, sometimes, as leaders, especially Christian leaders, you want to make sure you are aware of what's going on around in the culture. And so we thought this was a good book for us to read just because folks are talking about it, and we don't want to be someone who comments on a book or comments on things that are in a book without actually reading the book and understanding it, because, people do that these days. They offer commentary without actually reading.
Don't they do that?
All these Bible scholars out here. But I digress. So that's why we're doing it. So bestseller book, a lot of Christians, a lot of our congregants have read it. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to know what the pulse of the culture is. And this is one of those culture pulse books. When you have a New York Times bestseller, you might want to check that out, pastors, leaders, Christian leaders.
Yep. Next month is kind of like, the love month, the relationship month. It's Valentine's and all of that stuff. So we said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to pick a love book. We're going to pick a love book. And so as a tribute to that, and sort of to kind of do a twofer, we wanted to support one of our very own, and then also support a Black author, because it's also Black History Month. So we're going to be doing Marriage Be Hard by Mr. Kev on Stage himself.
Bad grammar, but great title.
Bad English, but good principles.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that, man. Kev on Stage has been around for a hot minute, and kind of hearing, and you and I, we love marriage content. We love creating it, hosting
Yep.
it, all the
Yep.
things. And we
Yep.
think marriage is prominent in our society, should be. So we're looking forward to having that conversation.
Yep. Yep. Talk about that third book there in March.
March, we got N.T. Wright, Simply Jesus. Let me tell you, man, I have various scholars on my list of favorite scholars.
Yeah.
Wright is a top 5 for me, for sure.
Wow.
Without a doubt, man. He's one of my people, especially when it comes to Jesus, the resurrection, and anything in the New Testament. N.T. Wright is going to be that guy. And I just like his accent, man. I like English guys, man. They just sound intelligent talking. So looking forward to that, Simply Jesus. And we picked that because this leads up to Easter, and want to make sure we focus on the main priority around that.
Yep. And quick random salute, shout out to Pastor Hart Ramsey, Dr. Hart Ramsey, because he's got that accent, and he says he uses it to his advantage.
I would too. I would too. It's a secret weapon.
Yeah. Neither one of us had read this book yet, but we've been around lots of spaces and lots of people who speak very highly of Bob Goff, and so we said, you know what, let's read a Bob Goff book this year. Love Does, which I think is a little bit of a lighter read after starting the year a little strong, and right after N.T. Wright, because I'm sure there's going to be probably some heavy theological constructs provided there. So we're going to go to Love Does.
And then we got Ryan Holiday's Ego is the Enemy.
Yeah.
Humility is huge for me. Philippians 2 is my life passage. I love the Christ hymn there. And so Ego is the Enemy is Ryan Holiday's book that deals with this idea of humility. And it does it from a cultural icon perspective, not necessarily a Christian book, but it also talks about how in culture, like ego is the enemy. And we need a lot of that in our climate today. A lot of folks need to be able to read that. So I'm looking forward to that book for sure.
Yep. The very next month is June. And we figured, we haven't done this in the past, but the very next month is June. We're going to deal with Juneteenth. So that next book is Juneteenth. And we're excited about, kind of reading that book, especially in a context as of late where history resources like this have been called into question. So we're going to go there and unpack that.
Yep. Paul Miller's, is that The Religion of American Greatness there?
Yep.
Y'all know we got to deal with a book that deals with the history, quote unquote, of America. And so this one's dealing with the religion of American greatness. Like there is actually idolatry around the greatness of our country. And so we want to provide some historical context around some of those things, and looking forward to reading that coming off of Juneteenth.
And we said that month is when the country is celebrating, is it 250 years?
250 years. So we wanted to make sure on that anniversary that we help provide some 250-year history on the religion of American greatness.
I think one of the lines, I haven't read the book yet. Let me just, full disclosure, I haven't read the book yet. But I think one of the lines that may come up in that book, let's just see if I'm right about this, is that whole infamous refrain, "This is not who we are." Let's see if that's true.
Ooh, it is. Spoiler.
Spoiler alert. The common rule.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go there. The habits of purpose and all the things that come along with distractions and all that kind of good stuff. So I'm looking forward to kind of dealing with that book. That's going to be kind of a spiritual disciplines book. To talk about how we're navigating life in an age of distraction and all that kind of good stuff. I'm really excited about this next book, man, because it's not even out yet.
Not even. Hey, it ain't even at the press yet. But when we saw Charlie Date's name,
it's at the press, but it ain't to us yet.
When we saw Charlie Date's name and what hath justice to do with righteousness, we were like, "Oh, Dates is going on the list."
Absolutely.
If anybody can talk about justice and righteousness and talk about preaching justice and righteousness, it's going to be Charlie Dates. So we're looking forward to that book later on this year. And hopefully, man, we might be able to reach out to Dates and have a conversation with him.
Somebody tag my fraternity brother and tell him to jump on here with us that month.
Come on, man. Come on, Dates.
Tag him. Tag him. Tag him. Then we're gonna go to, this is one of my favorite thinkers, man. He's just a solid thinker. Always puts out quality content and poses incredible conversations and questions. Adam Grant, his book Think Again. It's actually one of his older books, but just I think it's going to be a solid conversation that month. This next one, I'm not as familiar with the book or the author, but I've heard a bunch of people talk about it, and it was on my list of books that people have recommended. Surrounded by Idiots. And you also had the list, I think you had this book on a couple lists that you had too, right?
Yeah, if it sold 10 million copies, then apparently something's going on. And so this book, Surrounded by Idiots, is a book on how to communicate with different types of human behavior. So it's a book on communication. You know, you and I have talked about, you know, that being one of the list of books that we like to read. So we wanted to make sure we had a book on communication, and the title just caught our attention. And then 10 million copies. Somebody's reading it.
Somebody's reading it.
But it sounds great, man. You got to be able to communicate with everybody, and then having a paradigm of having 4 different types of people. I wonder what the 4 types are. It's going to be interesting to read that.
It's going to be good. Going to be good. And then finally, we've got Kate Bowler, who's going to talk about No Cure for Being Human. And I'm excited about this book. When I was at Duke, she's a professor at Duke, and I had a chance to interact with her just a few times, nothing deep. But I was refreshed by her spirit, but also, man, just refreshed by when I was there, she was just coming off of, not just, I shouldn't say just, but she had come off of a cancer reality, and had become cancer free, and just really talked about the vulnerable. She really presented a very vulnerable way to approach this and all of that. And I think, you know, coming up on the holidays and, you know, dealing with emotions and feelings and just all the stuff and navigating all of that, I think that's just going to be a great book for us to jump into. It's going to be really good,
man. Yeah. So those are the 12, man. Looking
here
forward
we go, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, here we go.
Hey, somebody just said hello, Pastors Rose on YouTube. Is it your YouTube or mine? Probably, maybe mine. I don't know.
Yep. Hey, Rose, glad to have you on with us.
Good to
Rose,
have you.
Rose, I got to make sure Rose not a bot, because it's got that.
Yeah, I see XGN2YMA. So I'm assuming the best, thinking the best of people.
Yeah,
even if they're bots.
yeah. So man, where are we at today? We are talking about the let them theory. And when I tell you, first of all, I'm gonna start with the positive. Man, I enjoyed looking at this bright green. Whoever pulled this up.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's inviting. The green is inviting, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
Why are you laughing? I don't like it. Why are you laughing?
Oh, you got in trouble?
Why?
He said, not a bot. It's Antoinette, Pastor. She called you by your name, your church name, Pastor Christopher. My name Bennett, and I ain't in it.
Well, Antoinette, you got Rose-X2G9M on there. How was I supposed to know that was Antoinette? I don't know who that is. And which Antoinette? I know a bunch of Antoinettes.
Hey, man, so wait, you telling me the green is the only thing that was positive about the book?
No, I got 3 or 4 other good things.
You just like the green color. Okay, you got the green color.
I'm starting out with the color, man. I just wanted to, it's an incredible, I don't know, is that, color psychology, all of that.
It captures the attention for sure.
Yeah, man.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm there with you. Okay, now I'm there with you. What else was positive, Pastor Christopher, about the let them theory by Mel? Is it Robbins or Robbins?
I think it's Robbins. She says Robbins. Mel Robbins.
Okay, Robbins. All right, Mel Robbins.
Yeah. So I think this book is a good starter. A good starter for people who are addicted to people pleasing. I think it's a good starter for people who want to micromanage everything. I think that it's a good starter for people who have not fully acknowledged, but are it's true to form that they struggle to respect people's boundaries, especially family members and friends. So I think it's a good starter in that regard. I think the book is a good starter in a conversation. If they struggle with that, even people that are control freaks like to micromanage everything, I think this book is a good starter.
That. So I think the biggest, if I'm looking for, you talking about target audience, right? The one word that the person who would need to read this book is control. Like if you're someone who feels like you have to have control, not even just the people, but the things, places in your life, I think if someone is someone who's trying to handle not having control or being out of control, then this gives them language to be able to articulate that. And then also actions. She has some action steps. Even though they're not like as practical as I think they should be. It's more of a thought. This is more of a thought book. Like, here's what you need to be thinking. Yes. Like, here's how you need to process how people are them so that you can be who you need to be.
Yeah. No,
yeah.
Sure. Sure.
Yep.
What was your takeaway? What was your overall takeaway from the book? And of course, this is a new year, Pastor John. So we got our rubric this year. We're gonna get into the rubric. But overall, what was your takeaway from the book?
The takeaway is the thing that I saw 567,000 times in the book. Okay. 500, I'm serious, 567,000 times. Let them to stop controlling others, and then say, let me to take responsibility for how you respond. This book is really about how you respond and not focusing on what people are doing. I mean, that's just a one sentence. The book could have been one sentence.
Yeah.
That's the thesis in my mind. Let them.
Yeah.
Also let me. And that's how she flowed each one of the chapters. And let me say, it's not a bad thing, especially, I mean, if you're someone who needs kind of to think through that. But the repetition for me, like, it became mind-boggling. I literally was like, I need to finish this book. I wanted to finish it. Like, there are books that I don't want to finish. You know why I wanted to finish the book, Pastor Christopher? She tells good stories. She's got some good stories interspersed throughout from her personal life, from friends, other things. But those are the two things that I was like, okay, here's the takeaway. Let them, let me. The end.
I was reading the book, and I said, I sure hope she got permission from her family to share some of this.
Ooh, especially that husband.
Bro, she talked about her husband's flagellants in the book. I'm like, TMI much?
I was like, you ain't got no filter. You hear me? I think LaShondra agrees with us.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said, I think LaShondra agrees with us. She says true. She believes that there were just two main points in the book. I'm pretty sure she read it. So yeah. But yeah, man, I'm like, why are you talking about your husband like this?
I don't remember which chapter it was. Yeah, I don't remember which chapter it was, but there was a chapter where she asked her kids and her husband to give them some words to describe her, and one of the words was an oversharer. And then she says, I don't know if that's true or not. And I'm like, no, I think that's true.
No, we barely know you, and it's true. So that's maybe why she got good stories, because she's sharing everybody's business. But you're right. I hope all the people in the book were allowed to give permission to share.
Her mama, her best friends, her husband, her kids. I'm like, good gracious, boy. She if you related to her or connected to her in any way, you in the book and you getting thrown under the bus.
We're talking about Mel Robbins' Let Them Theory. Some of y'all have read it if you're just joining us. The Let Them Theory
Yes.
is part of our Christian Leaders Book Club. Man, we're just talking about just how some of our initial reactions to it. And Pastor Christopher, we actually have this year something new. We actually have a grading rubric.
Yes.
Like we're actually going to give this book a grade based on a 100-point scale, based on our reading of it, laid out some questions. You did a good job of creating this rubric, of laying out some questions we'll ask and then kind of rating it on the scale, just so we're not just talking and saying, hey, this book was trash because it only has 2 points in it. We actually want to lay out some of the components of it to make sure you all know why we rated it so low.
Yeah, and he said why we rated it so low. And we didn't want to be arbitrary, you know, in our critique. We wanted there to be some level of consistency and objectiveness, that all the books we're reading, we're judging it on the same standard, right? Mm-hmm. And so we're gonna go from there. But let me just say this. You mentioned it, but let me just say this, at least from my end. Pastor John, this book was painfully redundant.
Mm-hmm.
It was painfully redundant. You said you wanted to finish the book. I didn't want to finish the book. I did not want to finish. I did not want to finish the book.
But this wasn't John Bevere, like where you were like, man, I'm not finishing the book.
No. This book is 20 chapters, and it could have been 5.
5, yeah, for sure. I mean, the chapter on being single, she had like 3 chapters on being single and dating, and I'm like, that could have just been 1 on relationships.
Yeah. Yep.
I agree with you for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, it could have been, but you can't sell New York Times bestseller without 300 plus pages.
Is that what it is? The contract.
You got to have a page count.
The contract.
Yeah.
All right. So overall, would you recommend this book? 0 to 1 means no. 2 to 3 depends on the person. 4 to 5, yes. And I already know who I'd send it to.
3 depends on the person. I just talked about, control. Somebody who's trying to control things and people in their lives. Maybe be someone who needs to let go of some things, and we all do. Like, there are things that all of us could take away from it. So I would say 3 depends on the person. What about you?
2, and I'm being generous.
This is Mel Robbins, the Let Them Theory, y'all. We're reviewing. So, would you recommend it? 3 depends on the person. We're going through a grading rubric right now. So I got 3. He has 2. All right. Next section is what?
Author's credibility.
Author's credibility. So she has a JD from Boston Law School, former public defender, has spoken publicly and been diagnosed with ADHD, anxiety, dyslexia. She's very transparent in the book, like oversharing, as we mentioned. And I think consistency in the book is probably an overstatement, because consistency leads to redundancy. Let them let me. And so in terms of credibility, she's not a psychologist, but she's a lawyer who's done research and has some research in the book. So I think on a scale, we have a scale from what? Questionable to solid to highly credible, right?
Yeah, I didn't put numbers on that, so that's a mistake on my part. So we'll have to kind of spitball this for a minute. I'll fix it.
I did 1 to 10, and so I had a solid 6. Only because she cited other people. She had some MIT in there. She had some Harvard. She had some other research. So she did some research. It just, I can't go questionable because of the research that was in that. Now, I wouldn't go highly credible because she's not in her area of expertise or field and has not done too dig a deep dig of digging of research, but no, we're gonna go 6. No,
I'm gonna give
7.
her
I'm
a
sorry.
4.
6. 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her a 4. She did bring in some experts, right, and quote some other people, but the basis of her theories, I don't think she clearly acknowledged like this is not a new thought. Here is where I got,
Mhm.
or here's how I hibernated this together, or here's how I coalesced this together. And
To be
so
candid with you, it's not really a theory.
it's not. It's not. It's not.
Like a
It's
lot of
not.
researchers would be like, "What?" So that's
Yes.
what I would say. It's not really a theory, right?
Yeah. But theories have formulas to them, and this doesn't have
Yeah.
a formula.
There's no formula. There's no
No.
formula. So yeah. All right. What's next? Fun and engaging?
Fun and engaging. How enjoyable was it to actually read? 0.
Oh. Hey man, you're terrible, man. Are you serious?
Guilty. 0.
Wow.
After chapter 1, I felt like I was being dragged. After chapter 1, it was hard to stay with.
So my wife started reading
with chapter 1. It was let them let me. Let them let me. I felt like I was in a bad group chat and I couldn't get out. I felt like I was in a group chat with some Apple and Android people, and the Apple people kept reacting, and the Android people kept reacting, but it was on 2 different platforms, and I couldn't get out. That's what it felt like reading this book.
That man gave it a 0. It's just crazy. Amanda Nelson said, "No fun to read." Thank you.
To read.
Well, hey, don't drop out our book club now. We picked a book that was a bestseller, so we want to make sure y'all know that. So don't put that on us.
If we got any loyalists in here now, they mad at me.
Yeah, I know, right? They're like, "Man, what y'all got us reading to start the year?" So I would say I gave it a solid 5 or 6. I wouldn't even say solid because the rubric's up to 15. 5 or 6. You gave that book a 0 for fun and engaging. Man, she told some pretty interesting stories. See, I listened to the audiobook too. So she's like bubbly. She's like, huh? Oh, she's like, and here's the crazy part about the audiobook. Here's what I hate about audiobooks. And if you do an audiobook, you need to listen to me. Read the book. She added so many extra like anecdotes. I was like, where am I? Because I'm following along in the book. I'm like, where are you right now?
But I got lost at chapter 3, and I had to go back at the beginning of chapter 3 and start it all over again because she added so much stuff on the audiobook. And I'm like, I'm lost.
Yeah, she did a lot. So yeah,
which is why I felt like I was getting dragged. That's why she got a 0 for this section.
Wow, man, we in trouble. What about the quality of the content? Quality of content. What's the rubric on that one?
All right. No. So here's the rubric, though, Pastor John. Here's the rubric. Okay. So did it have something worth chewing on? 0 to 7. Thin, repetitive, shallow. 8 to 14. Some strong ideas not fully developed. 15 to 20. Rich, thoughtful, layered, or genuinely illuminating. So without me even giving it a number, and I wrote down some notes here as I was reading through the book. I think the book is a oversimplification of complex relationships. I think the book could be a cop-out of people doing their own hard work, internal work. I think the book could become emotional avoidance and emotional neglect. And so, because it is also painfully redundant and an oversimplification, I think it is thin, repetitive, and shallow. I give it a 3.
Hey, she might not even get double digits total from you, man.
You might not.
Mark Leverett says, love the dialogue, appreciate transparency to redundancy, big eyes. My takeaway, let them is good depending on the lens you look through. Follow Christ, overuse of the term can lead to disconnecting from folks I would love to distance myself from. Yep. Let them can't cause me to disobey him. Ooh, yeah. I agree 300% about the feeling of being trapped in a bad group chat. I would add that it's like texting keywords. Oh, the last sentence is personal shade to text keywords to my church platform. Are you serious? That's what we're gonna do, Lev? Hey, he is the king of petty. Now he'll give you some good content, but then he gets petty on the other side of it. I'm just glad that Leverett is part of the book club. He hates reading. And he was like, you know what? I am going to read this year. So good stuff, Leverett, man. We both felt the same way. The first couple of chapters, I was like, okay, cool. Let them let me. It was a good idea. And I think Leverett even texted me. He was like, man, this is pretty cool to start. And then it was like, are you going to say the same thing one more time? Say it one more time. Say it one more time. Say it one more time. I was like, man, I got to make it through this book. Okay. So you had quality of the content was a 3. I have a 4. I gave her a 4 on the content.
All right. Yeah, I just think, Pastor John, I think, and this is to Mark's point. Thank you for being on too, Mark. To Mark's point, I think, there has to be space, Pastor John, in healthy relationships for, at points, compromise, right? There has to be space for healthy communication through conflict. I think that there has to be space for you to address toxic behavior. And so if I took her book at face value and this theory, when somebody has a toxic behavior, I'm just going to let them because I don't want to control them. No.
Yeah.
There are times if I care about the person that I've got to be willing to address their toxic behavior.
And the crazy part about it is later in the book, she talks about enablement.
Yeah.
And if you don't address it, that's like reverse enablement. Like you're really not helping them by not addressing it. Like, I don't like the cop-out language for sure. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yep.
All right. How well was it made is the next part of our grading rubric, right?
No, the next one is the flow of the content.
Oh, I
flow. Same thing. Yeah, the flow of the content, how well was it made. Hey, you know what, man? You know what? I'm going to give her a 15.
Okay. Oh, boy. Why are you giving her 15 on the flow of the content?
Because it flowed well.
Yeah. She told us where she was going, and she went where she
told us what she was going to say.
Even if it was over and over again.
Right.
And she says
she
again.
Told us what she was going to say. And then she kept saying it over and over and over and over and over again.
You gave her a higher score than me, man. I gave her 12. Good job, man. I'm proud of you.
Hey, I would love I would almost go to what's the platform, like Fiverr or something, and pay somebody $30 or $50 to count how many times she said let them or let me in the book.
Oh, yeah. I wonder how much of the word count that is.
Bro, it would take the word count down to half.
Oh, but here's the thing that gets me though. This is a bestseller.
You know why it's a bestseller? I've been thinking about it. I'm so glad you said it. You just opened the door and I'm gonna walk right on through it.
We're talking about the let them theory, by the way. Mel, what's her last name? Robbins, like Batman and Robin. Mel Robbins, let them theory. Tell me, enlighten me, Pastor Christopher.
I think it is easier to blame other people for our dysfunction. And this book points the blame at the other people so much that it doesn't force you to take a step back to say, wait a minute, before you do let me, right? Because at the end of the day, what this says is you do you and I'm going to do me. The problem with that is, what if God wants to prune part of you?
And then where's the us?
Where's the us?
How do we do us? If we're people that's supposed to be a community, how you going to do you, I do me? Where's the us?
Man, like this pop psychology, this book is a perfect picture of syncretism.
Facts.
It's a perfect. It's got.
I tried to look over the fact that, there was she was talking about the Buddhist stuff in the beginning and all this other stuff. I was like, okay, cool. But then I was like, oh my goodness, it clicked. And I got Christian folks reading this thing, talking about it's the best thing since sliced bread. How?
Stoicism.
It's like the secret remix, not secret remix, but you know what I'm saying? Like people were up in arms about the secret, like, oh, this is great. What?
Yep.
Same thing. You're taking what needs to be a biblical principle, and you're putting it over here in this space in an unbiblical, great phrases, letting them let me. But is that what you need to be doing as a believer? Absolutely not. Because we're created for community, and it removes that community aspect. It says, here's what you need to focus on, here's what I need to focus on, and we're going to be all right.
Yep. This book moves us from we to me.
Facts. Yep. That's why.
What have you done for me lately? Ooh, yeah.
Come on, Janet. Come on, Janet. It's true, man. It is true, and it's facts for sure.
Was it refreshing and worth the read?
Oh boy. No, 4. I gave it a 4.
You're a generous grader, which is surprising to me being an attorney.
I gave it a 4 because the language she uses is language that people love to hear.
Yes.
And so I'm thinking about it from a terms of a reader who is a casual reader who's like, man, I've been looking for something to help me. And so refreshing, yes, from that perspective, a 4 out of what? What's the highest number there?
10.
10. So 4 is low. What you mean? You want me to give her a 0? It's actually got words on the page.
I gave her a 2.
Oh no, I'm gonna give her a 4, man. She gonna give a 4 from me.
Can it generate discussion? Did it linger after the last page?
No.
How good was it for a book club conversation?
I was like, man, are those 2 different questions?
Yeah, 2 different questions, but I think the total category is up to 25, but it's 2 different questions.
Okay, yeah. I gave both of those 4s.
I gave first one, did it linger after the last page? I gave it a 3. No, I'm sorry. First category, I gave it a 5. Because you're gonna remember, like let them let me. You're gonna remember it. So yeah, I got it right. I'm clear. How good was it for a book club conversation? Like, I don't feel like we've gone deep on some stuff, or there's been some revelatory ideas from the book that we were able to discuss today.
Yep. So 0 to 5. 0 to 5 was that was a book.
Yep.
Not much to talk about. So that's why I gave it a 4. It was a book. I put it on my book reading list for Goodreads. I put it as a book I read.
So you gave it a total of an 8.
Yep, 4 on that one, and then 4 on the did it linger piece.
All right.
It wasn't
Add your.
forgettable because now I can say let them let me, and people will know what I'm talking about. So I can't say it was forgettable. That's gonna linger, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like let them let me. I'll be able to have a conversation with people about how selfish that is. But I mean, it wasn't something I want to say. I'm never gonna remember anything from this book. That's what forgettable was to me.
Bro, I just added up my points. Did you add yours up?
I did. How many points you got, man?
I'm gonna say it like this: 36.
Man, that's why I'm at 49. And so this is out of 100. And I like what we got on our scales because it kind of tells the tail of the tape on the scales, right? So what is the lowest is below 60, which is not for this club. Both of us rated it below 60, and we would never suggest this for anyone in this book reading club, but we read it. Okay. 60 to 69 is mixed reviews. Meh, it's like whatever. 70 to 79 is good with some caveats. 80 to 89 is a strong recommendation from us. And then 90 to 100 is a book club banger. You gotta read it. So y'all keep that rubric in mind as we move forward through the books this year.
I'm gonna make a graphic for that. I'm gonna make a graphic for the ratings.
Yeah,
that up.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Now, let me say this for everybody watching. Pastor John and I didn't get together beforehand and talk through our numbers. Y'all are getting these numbers in real time from us. So I didn't know what his number was going to land at, and he didn't know what mine were going to land at. But we right there walking together. How can two walk together unless they agree?
Except they agree. Ha, Shonda. Hey man, we've been on the same page for the past couple of years on books. So I don't want to break our streak. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure we keep going down the same path.
Yeah. So we give Mel Robbins an A for effort and an A for the stories, with the disclaimer that I hope to God she got permission from the people she included. But she gets a D- for quality of content and life-changing information.
And this tells us something, readers, people who are reading, people who want to read. Just because someone has sold millions of books, and just because someone is a millionaire as a writer, does not mean that they need to have your ear or your eye, because they could be leading you in a direction that leads you away from biblical truth. Now, obviously, Pastor Christopher, we read books that we don't agree with, right? But this is one that it's not just one we don't agree with. It's one that sows seeds of disinformation about how Christians need to react to situations and interact with people. Like you said, it's a syncretism. It's the little foxes that spoil the vine. Like, I'm not worried about books that we reviewed last year where people are like, man, that's just all the way off. It's just the little nuances where it's like, it sounds like a little bit of truth, going all the way back to Genesis. Half truths always lead us down destructive paths, man.
Yeah, that's good, bro. Let me just go here for a second, as well, Pastor John, because I think there are some biblical lens that we can invoke in the book that will be helpful for us to navigate. Look at Mark coming through. Volume doesn't equal value.
You're right about that. You've seen that. You've seen that. Hey, Mark, I saw that in the life of Michael Jordan, who shot 80 shots a game. I'm all about efficiency. I'm just throwing Jordan shade to my brother Leverett because that's his favorite player of all time, and he knows I'm a Tim Duncan efficiency guy. Anyhow, what were you about to say, Christopher? He's talking about heresy. Get out of here.
What
Hey,
just
Christopher,
happened?
I know you're a Jordan fan too. I know you are. That's why the shade is for both of y'all. Listen, I'm all the
What,
smoke. I want all the smoke today. That's
what
why I
just
put my
happened?
beanie on, man. I'm thugging it right now.
What just happened?
I don't like
Wow.
volume. I don't like volume basketball shooters. So I figured when he said volume doesn't equal value, I wanted to make sure I had a practical application for it. If you shoot 60 shots a game, you're not valuable to me. Okay. All right. So what were you about to say, Pastor Christopher?
Wow. Okay. So as I was about to say, this book, I think, when it comes to conversations around justice, can be very dangerous.
Uh-oh.
If you are in a situation where something systematically is unequal and unfair, to embrace the let them theory can be generationally destructive. Especially if you have the power and the influence to bring positive change in a way that is helpful. And as I finished the book, that was one of the things that I thought about, that I think that this book, it provides some strategies. It provides some strategies that promote passivity in a way that God may be asking us not to be passive.
So you're telling me the same thing that the slave masters did to
Let them.
enslave people, she's doing in this book.
Let them.
Wow. So we would never have the Underground Railroad. We would never have emancipation. We would never have the Civil Rights Movement if we adopted this strategy.
Let them.
We never have before I be a slave, I'll be dead in my grave.
Let them.
Wow, man. Huh. But how do we adopt that individually when we were rejected corporately?
Say more.
People have adopted it individually. They love it. Like, yeah, let them, let me. But then they're the front people who are on the front line doing justice work. Like, they don't let them to dictate their corporate action as justice warriors, but individually in their relationships and whatever it may be, they say, oh yeah, let them, let me. Like, what is the cognitive dissonance between that individual work and the corporate work?
Yeah. I just think, man, I think the theory, which is not, but the theory is just such a posture of detachment, and such a posture of disengagement, that, like, when I look at, and I want to go very churchy here for a moment, Pastor John. When I look at the principles from Jesus's teaching on the kingdom, I don't see let them. I don't see let them. Right? I don't see, oh, okay, well, Pastor John is teaching something unhealthy or toxic, or he's leading in a way that is unhealthy or toxic. We are connected in relationship together. I see that, but just so that I don't control him, I'm going to let him, because I'm going to let him be him and I'm going to be me, because I can't control him. I don't see that in kingdom. In kingdom, I see that I become complicit in your anti-kingdom leadership if I see it and recognize it, and if we are in relationship. My assignment is to love you enough to pull you aside privately and say, brother, let's have a conversation. And then as a person that is connected to the larger kingdom in the right way and the right approach with the right spirit and the right heart. If you are toxic in the environment where you're now herding sheep, my assignment is not to just let you still be a dangerous shepherd. My assignment is to protect the sheep.
Yeah. Wow. You know what I would argue, or I would posit just theoretically, is that the people who are eating this up the most, subgroup genre, is evangelical Christians, because it espouses the rugged individualism that allows them to ignore systemic issues, right? And so at turn of the century, that's what our country turned to was, hey, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. And this rugged individualism that she posits in this book is speaking their language. So it's like, man, yeah, let's lean in there. They're the ones buying the book. And reading the book and making her a millionaire. Folks that know the gospel and know the Bible and know what the Bible says about these things, eat it up because it feeds into their ego and who they are.
I struggled because I don't know. Now, don't get me wrong, right? I think there are times that you've got to shake the dust from your feet, right? That's a let them idea.
Yeah.
But I don't know that that's the default. And even when you look at the principle of shake the dust from your feet, there were attempts first for reconciliation. There were attempts first for prioritizing relationship. There were attempts first for, as much as is possible with you, live at peace with all men. The shake the dust from your feet is not the first posture or position we take. It is the discerning one we take after we've tried.
The great lengths that God went to reconcile a people to himself, and for us to use a cop-out not to reconcile relationships with other people by saying let them, is an affront to the gospel.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Period.
Sir. Yes, sir.
That's why this was problematic for me as a Christian and a Christian leader and a believer who knows that other people have read this and have adopted it as gospel truth.
I'm going to be teaching on this later next week at a couple conferences that I got to speak at. I'm going to say this, and I'm not going to expand too much more on it. I need to unpack.
You got content that you got to unpack.
Yeah. The algorithm has become the new discipleship pastor.
Yep. Without a doubt. That is 1000% fact. Can't argue with you at all. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is wild, man. Hey man, we start this year with a banger. But we got a book in line next month that talks about marriage, man. Both of our passion areas. Both of us have been married for a good length of time to women that we love and we appreciate and we adore. And we're going to be talking about marriage next month. Now, if you're not married, don't worry about it. We're going to talk about relationships in general. And I think reading a book by Kevin Frederick and his wife is going to be a good way for us to be able to have that conversation. Looking forward to that in February, Pastor Christopher.
Yep. Let me just very quickly say prayers and wisdom to all of you that may be in a part of the country that may be experiencing inclement weather over the next few days. Please be safe. Please be discerning. Please be wise. Please be prepared. Don't be like God's going to take care of us. Yes, he will, but he will also lead you to go get some non-perishable food items. He will also lead you to go get some batteries. He will also lead you to go get some blankets. He will also lead you, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So just be wise, be discerning. And if you've got children and y'all are going to be hunkered in, hunkered down, and all those things, have some fun with your kids while you're in the house. Don't have them sitting over in the corner by themselves.
We got a movie night tonight. I already got the popcorn and the candy and the Shrek movie ready to go. So we are excited about that. My daughter cannot wait. So I agree with that 100%.
Don't forget to pull out. Don't forget to pull out some of the old school games too, like the checkers and the chess and the Uno and the Monopoly.
We gonna be playing some dominoes.
Okay.
My kids don't learn dominoes. They don't learn bones, and they be acting like they know what's up. That's the LA from my wife, man. She done taught them. I was like, oh boy, it's on and popping.
All right, we are on. What's next month? What's our date? February what?
20. Let me see. Where my calendar here?
27th.
Just had 27th. Yes, 27th.
Yep, February 27th. We'll be right back here. Y'all follow us on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. You can click the link in the chat or in the post to tell you how to actually join our email list. That way you can stay in the loop. And we're going to also be thinking about some other ways to engage with our list beyond just when we go live each month. So thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all get the book, Marriage Be Hard, so y'all can be ready for the discussion next month, and invite some other Christian leaders to be a part of the discussion. Our goal is to help add value to the kingdom of God and help to develop leaders in the process. So we're glad you guys are here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for being a part of the discussion. Have an amazing rest of January, the beginning of February, and we'll see y'all in a few weeks.
Peace out.